3人目の男。
Leighton, are you able to describe the person whom you saw standing in Half Moon Street?
Well, I wasn't able to see his face at all. It was too dark, and he was too far away. I could see his silhouette.
And what about that?
Nothing so special. He was wearing a jacket. He was quite average in size and his weight.
I see. Was there anything else that struck you at the time?
No. But perhaps... It's strange, but I can't remember the sound of his footsteps as he was running away. Perhaps it was because of the fireworks or the surprise of me seeing him.
なぜ後を追ったのか。
Leighton, I confess I am puzzled. Why should a young lad like you take a gun from the hands of a dead man and set off in pursuit of a probable killer?
I know. I keep wondering that, but at the time it was like a reflex. A criminal ought to be arrested, and he was armed.
You were willing to risk your life. That was a little foolish, unless you wanted revenge.
No, Mr. Holmes. I was just being brave and stupid.
待て待て待て。同じタトゥーだよね。
I'm sure that you were, but I believe that you may have recognized one of the victims, Brian Vercotti. You knew that gentleman well, did you not?
However could you know that?
You have a typical tattoo of the Westgate Brotherhood upon your hand. I observed exactly the same mark upon Mr. Vercotti. You came to know him from your sharing a past prison sentence. Am I correct, Mr. Chapman?
Oh, God. You're right, Mr. Holmes.
ブライアン・バーコティ。
Would you tell me a little about Brian Vercotti?
We were convicted for a robbery. Once in prison, both of us joined one of these fraternities. During that year, we tried to help each other out, you know?
You were quite young then, I believe.
Yes, Mr. Holmes, we were. We'd only stolen a pound of meat. After we were released, and when I saw what my little brother had become, I decided to work towards living an honest life.
And Vercotti?
He had a hard time. His sister had died in a Whitechapel dispensary while he was in prison. He had no family anymore. Our paths split. He fell back into crime.
So you lost him?
Yes. And for around 2 years, I heard no news of him at all.
We shall see you soon, young man.
これで一旦会話は終わりですか。なんだろうね。とりあえず手がかりかな。じゃあ新たなね、課題が出てきましたので、食い違う陳述っていうのと、同時の発砲ですね。まあ実はね、3発発砲されたんだけど、最後の2発がほぼ同時だったからね、音が大きく聞こえたっていう。それをちょっと実験してみるっていうことなのかな。ではまあね、いずれにせよ、ちょっとこのハーフムーン通りに行ってみよう、事件現場。
What's up with you, lad? What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for my brother to be released.
Your brother?
The one that you caught, beat up and imprisoned.
Ah, the murderer.
He ain't killed no one, copper.
Watch your mouth, lad, else you'll be joining that worthless brother of yours.
Hmm? 想像力を働かせる？
A fairly long pole with a forked end.
どういうこと？
I am unable to see any higher. I need to find something to lift my lamp.
これか。
This should be useful.
じゃあ弾がこっちに本当に当たったかどうかを調べるってことね。おお、あるじゃないか。
This is most definitely a bullet hole. The brick cracks are fresh. Watson, there was a third shot fired in this street.
そうだね。3発は撃たれてたということですね。証言の矛盾。
Mr. Turner, you have stated that you remained close by your window after the crime. Is that correct?
Oh, yes, Mr. Holmes. I stayed at my window until the policeman arrived to examine the dead bodies.
待てい、待て待て待てい。矛盾があるぞ。
That is very interesting, Mr. Turner. Constable Marrow stated that he did not see anyone at the window when he was running through Half Moon Street.
Well, I think Constable Marrow and me, we might have been distracted by the whistles and shouts coming from Whitechapel. We could have missed each other somehow. You understand what I mean? It was a bit of a stressful moment, to tell you the truth, sir.
Allow me to form my own theories, Mr. Turner. Would you mind showing me the view that you had from your window?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. Please, follow me.
Mr. Turner appears to live very modestly. This fire is dying out. It was last tended to over an hour ago.
なんかありそうですね。集中マークが出てきたよ。お、なんか見えた。燃やされた紙。ペー
The
ジ。
papers are almost entirely burned. I am unable to see what's written here.
裏はどう？
These words are illegible. The papers were thrown into the fire just a short while ago.
何の紙なんだろう。特にこの辺はないか。調理台、包丁。
This kitchen knife is quite sharp.
これか、集中か。紙？
There are pieces of shredded paper scattered over the table. This kitchen knife was used to cut the paper.
で、このナイフで切った紙をあそこで燃やしたと。そういうこと？何の紙でしょうね。全然わからん。
Anything else you would like to know, Mr. Holmes?
まあ、とりあえず窓からね、どんな風に見えるか見てみよ
So, that's the view Mr. Turner had when he opened the window. The dead body of Kenneth Butler. Brian Vercotti's contorted corpse. Mr. Turner had a perfect view of the crime scene. He saw the bodies clearly, and Leighton Chapman standing over them.
ちょっとこの辺りでね、手がかりを 確認してみよう。また一つね、課題が出ましたね。消えた男。これをちょっとね、調べてみよ
う。Anything else you would like to know, Mr. Holmes?
課題としてはね、ターナーと話をしてアパートからの眺めを確認したんだけど、どう？まだ何かが足りていないようですね。
Anything else you would like to know, Mr. Holmes?
やっぱさっきの紙かな。なんだろうな。それかこの木の破片？これ何に使うんだ？この鍵もね。ベッド。
Mr. Turner was roused from his bed by the sound of gunshots.
Oh. なんかありそうだね。杖。あ、杖。おお、木のかけらじゃん。
A perfect match. So, Mr. Turner broke his stick when it became stuck between the cobblestones. He did not mention that he was so near to the victims.
現場付近にいたってことですね。
The books on this shelf are in a mess. It looks as though Mr. Turner was trying to find something in a hurry here a short while ago.
想像する？集めた情報をもとにして起こった出来事を正しい順序につけてみよう。まずはベッドから起き上がるよね。で、死体に近づいて何かを取って、こっちに上がってきたときに、いや違う違う。その前に窓を先に開けてから死体に近づく。どうだろうな。この順番がちょっと逆かもしんないけど。で、杖を置いて何かを取ってそれを切って燃やしたということでどうでしょうか。ちょっとね、早送りしながら降りて降りて、何かを取って、違う？
So Mr.
OK
Turner
ね。
used
よ
a
し。
book to hide an object that he found on Kenneth Butler's body. The question is, what did he find?
集中して、何があるかな？
I can see prints from greasy fingers upon the cover of this book. Let us take a closer look.
何の本だこれは。
Well now, what a find! A precious jewel, concealed inside a book.
ただお金目的のために盗んだ？そうとも限らないよ
A
ね。
bracelet with a unique ram's head design. A distinctive feature of ancient Grecian artifacts, probably of the Hellenistic era.
じゃああとは話を聞いてみる感じかな。
Mr. Turner, how would it be possible for a man of advanced years, such as yourself, to rush from his bed to the window in a matter of seconds, as you have stated?
Well, I'm able to move very quickly despite my age. And when the situation requires it, Mr. Holmes.
待て待てー。ターナーの矛盾。あ、違う。
Well, I'm able to move very quickly despite my age. And when the situation requires it, Mr. Holmes.
ビッコ
I highly doubt that, Mr. Turner. I observe that you suffer a severe limp due to your injured right leg. It would have taken at least 10 seconds for you to approach the window. That means you could have easily missed something or someone in Half Moon Street during that time.
You're right, Mr. Holmes. I could have missed something. But it did seem to me that everything happened so quickly. Time can pull tricks on you.
真実は何だ
And what of everything else that you told us? Mr. Turner, it is vital that we have your complete and true statement.
Mr. Holmes, I do assure you that the other things I said were most sincere.
これを突きつける ?OK。
Mr. Turner, you were not sincere with me. Not then and not now.
But Mr. Holmes...
This, Mr. Turner, does not look like anything that a poor man might possess. It is worth more than the home that you live in.
I can explain.
No, merely correct me if I am wrong. You saw Leighton Chapman through the window, but you also noticed a glittering object on the ground, this precious jewel. You walked down and took the bracelet from the body of Kenneth Butler, and when you heard the whistles, you hurried away. That broke your walking stick. It caught fast between the cobbles. Constable Marrow was unable to see you in the window as you were climbing up the stairs on your way back to your flat. Upon returning home, you hid the precious jewel inside a book.
Mr. Holmes, please don't send me to prison. I didn't do anything bad. I'm just a poor man. When I chanced upon the bracelet, I saw it as an opportunity to make a little money. I was desperate. I only took the bracelet, that's all, I swear.
You made a mistake by lying to me. But you are not a criminal. I believe that. Although I must return this bracelet to its rightful owner.
まあそこまでね悪い人って感じではないんでしょうけどターナーさんはねただあの紙を何燃やしたのかちょっとなさっきのページを破っただけなんでしょうかねまあとりあえず巡査と話をして見ましょ
う。Constable Marrow, I would value your assistance in this investigation.
It would be my pleasure, Mr. Holmes.
I would like to make sure that there are no places in Half Moon Street where a man could hide while you were running through it with your lamp.
All right, Mr. Holmes, what should I do?
Take your lamp and start walking, just as you did before, and try to find me.
Understood.